Hey everyone, welcome to this short video on my other ISA holdings in my ISA stocks and shares, and this is for the weekend in July the 18th 2026. So straight into it, just to say that this is not financial advice. No financial advice is being offered in these videos. It's just purely recording and showing my personal journey of how my ISA grows over the coming days, weeks, months and years. Okay, so as you can see, well, first of all, let's say these are my fun dividend stocks and shares. Now, my ETFs as well are fun and exciting, but I find these even more exciting. On the right-hand side, the two images are last week's positions, and on the left-hand side, the two images on the left-hand side are this week's positions. And as you can see, we've got a mixed bag. I think I've added a little bit of money to some existing shares, but generally we've got little bits of growth, perhaps some little bits of fallback. But what you might see on the left-hand side compared to the right-hand side, so this week compared to last week, is I've opened two new positions, one for M&G, so that's another one strengthening my insurance financial sector, if you like, and one for good old BT Group, so British Telecom. So that's opening a new phase of my ISA, which is telecommunications. Just two small positions at the moment. I will grow those over time to follow the other stocks and shares. And my plan is always to keep my three ETFs out in front, and then my stocks and other stocks and shares will follow, and obviously try and keep as close as possible. But as I say, keeping the three ETFs always front and foremost, because they are the concrete long-term growth, and these are my fun stocks and shares. And I love to see the dividends come in, but also to think, well, as I always say, we own a piece, or I own a piece, and if you are into stocks and shares, you own a piece of the particular companies that you buy shares in. So each of these companies I've pretty much known all my life. I've grown up with them, either on television or papers advertising. Somewhere I've seen them being advertised. You can be sure of Shell. I can remember that. Oh, got to be getting on 60 odd years ago, at least. Tesco's, a supermarket we've had in our life in the UK all my life. Legal and General, Aviva, which was Norwich Union, known all my life. So it's owning companies that I've known all my life. Sainsbury's, another one, all my life. BP, British Petroleum. NatWest, the banks, these are all HSBC, all well known. That's probably more recent, HSBC, but still going back a good many years. These are all well known companies to myself, and it's great to feel that I own a part of that company. I am a shareholder of that company. Now, it might only be a small shareholder, but nonetheless, I'm a shareholder, and myself and the other shareholders decide which way the company goes. If you decide to take part and get involved, but nonetheless, even if you don't, you own a part of the company, and that's what I find exciting and thrilling. And then not only do you own a part of it, but every so often they pay you dividends for owning a part. So you not only own a part of the company, but they pay you for the pleasure of owning part of that company. I just find it fascinating, the whole concept that we're able to do this. And this is what gives me my fun. And that's why I like watching it each and every day. People say, oh, put your money into stocks and shares and then check every 6 months or 12 months or whenever. Or, when you're just about thinking of perhaps drawing it out in 3, 5, 10, 20 years' time. I like to watch it each and every day. This is my hobby. I get fun and excitement out of watching it. And it's not a massive amount I've got invested. It's probably 4,000 total at the moment. But to me, it's all fun and excitement. And I love to see And as I say, that's why I do these videos each week. The progress of each of the companies. Yes, some little additions, and then seeing how they progress and seeing the dividends, because I do a video on the dividends that come in at each end of each month. I do a what dividends have we had this month, and it's just so exciting. And then you're watching the dividends grow from the little, so many pence, 20, 30, 40 pence total dividend to £1. I've had a £5 dividend with Aviva. That's my £5 and some odd pence. That's my biggest so far. So looking forward to the £10 dividend, and then the 20, the 30, the £50 dividend, the £100 dividend. Can you imagine? So we've got so much excitement in front of us. Not only what we've got at the moment, all them days, weeks, and months, and hopefully years in front of us, of watching it grow and producing all these. Because I plan on holding these and never selling unless there's some real catastrophe. These are for keeps. I bought these and now I hold on to them. So these are assets to hold on to. So I hope you can feel my excitement, and I hope you get some excitement out of if you get involved in your stocks and shares. And the reason, obviously, I say it's tax efficient. You don't get taxed on the holdings or the dividends. So it's just a win-win situation. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I don't go over it too much because you can just freeze the page and just look at the positions last week, this week, and then look at previous videos to see previous weeks. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, like, and follow. And let's get the videos out so other people can see the excitement. And I always say, and it is true, it's like a little snowball, and each week it's hardly, you can hardly see it, but it's slowly growing. This snowball's growing into a bigger and bigger snowball. And to use another metaphor, like a rocket, one day it'll take off and zoom. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video really soon. Thank you.